Welcome everybody. Welcome to today's stream. As promised, we will do the raid training today. So let's set up the squad. So everyone who wants to join, just join or send an invitation squad invite to me. You can do that by just right-clicking me in our guild or just if you have added me. And I will check if you are on the list because we have enough people already filled out for the sign-up sheet. If not everybody is joining, then we will do everyone that wants to join is free to join. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Welcome Heavenfire, welcome. And let's just fill up the squad first and then we will sort out the roles and also enter the raid, and I will explain everything as soon as everyone is here. Welcome Cyril, welcome. So if you are signed up, you can also write in the chat. I will add you to the squad. And yeah, I think we should start in 5 minutes. I hope everyone is there on time. I will also go into Discord, of course. So everyone that wants to join on Discord and have my voice without, any delay is free to do so. You will not be heard on stream. It will just be, I hear you and I can answer your questions without any delay, but you will not be heard on stream. So there's nothing that privacy related issues or something. So just for your convenience, you don't have to. I will explain everything on stream. And if that's enough for you, that's fine. And you don't have to speak at all if you don't want to. You can also just write in the chat. Whatever is fine to you. So like I said, if you are on the list and you need an invite, just send me my character name or my account name, squad invite, and I will let you in. All the people that have signed up have, let's say so, fast lane. Everyone else will get in if we have some free spots. And we will do Wing 1. It was voted for. People seem to want to go for this one. It's fine to me. I wanted to start with an easier one. Wing 1 is one of the choices that I left the people. And I think Wing 1 is fine. It's the most classic one. And what else can I say? I like it. Probably one of my top 3 raids just from the design of the bosses. It might be a bit outdated when it comes to damage scaling and power creep, but to start with, that's actually something good. I don't know if it's currently on emboldened mode. I think it is not. No, it's not. Oh, it is actually. Yeah, sure. Heavenfire, you go A heal then, and you don't want it to tank, so that's totally fine. And if it works out, perfect. If it does not, and we really struggle to heal, then of course I can swap. But that's what a training is for. You need to practice the role that you want to practice, or the mechanics, or the fight, whatever. You need to do it to get better at it, definitely. So I will give all the people a few more minutes just to show up, but as soon as no one will show up any more than the people we already have in here, then I will just have to disregard the signups. So I'm sorry about that, but that's how it is, I guess. I will send it in Twitch chat as well, but I guess not all of you that wanted to join are already in the squad. So you can just /squad join, my character name, and you should be able to join. And yeah, we will start in a few minutes, as soon as the squad is full, I guess. Thanks for the follow, D1 Sika. And I'm gonna play quick DPS, as it looks like. It's actually emboldened mode, so let's turn it off for now and just do it as normal. And we can try, if we really need it, we can turn it on later, but I guess it should not be necessary. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We will do it again, so don't worry. So whenever you have time, there will be, I think, way more trainings in the future. There was so much interest in people that just wanted to join, so that's totally fine. Okay, I guess then... Wait, where did it swap? So I will just say everyone can join now that wants to join. So when it comes to roles, I don't know what you are playing. Cyan and Aote, play the class or build that you are the most comfortable with. Just let me know in time. Before we start the fight, apparently, so that we can swap and do the subgroups accordingly. Like I said, Okay, so your DPS, that's good. For the first boss, it's actually important that we have at least 2 Condi DPS. So we should, this boss is power based. The second, or all the bosses actually are power based, but this boss needs at least 2 Condi DPS, I would say. So if we have 2, perfect. If we don't, I have to swap to a Condi quick build. But like I said, play what you enjoy, what you are most comfortable with, because we are doing a raid boss. It has some mechanics at least that you need to do, and it's way more important that you focus on the mechanics than focusing on anything else. So mechanics above everything else. That's the most important thing. Welcome, Filthy Casual. I think you also signed up, so if you want to join, be sure to join the squad. So who is missing? Let's see. The casual is missing. And we need still a few more people, so we have more spots. Not everyone showed up, so everyone that wants to still fill out the last spots, just squad join slash squad join Siana Syria, just my name, or just right click on me if you have me in my friends list or guild list and join the squad. We have open spots, open to everyone here on stream. This is on EU, so I'm sorry if if you're an A player, this is on EU. If I get into the ArenaNet partner program, I will also do raid trainings on NA, but for now I will stick to EU. Okay, we lost someone. That's not good, I guess. Yeah, we need enough people to do this, so if no one wants to join, that's sad. We had enough, we even had more than enough people signed up, so I'm sorry that no one is here right now. So yeah, it's classic. If you have some people signed up for something, they just forget it or whatever. So if you're a new player and want to get into raiding, I would say there are 2, not that strict, but something important requirements. So I would say you should be somewhat comfortable with your class, with what your role is. So if you're DPS, you should at least know what your optimal or somewhat close to optimal rotation is, so that you are not completely failing to do DPS. And secondly, I would say you should have full exotic gear of the correct stat type. So if you're playing a power DPS build, most of the time you should have full berserker gear. In exotic is totally fine, and then you are free to join. Those 2 requirements are the only ones that are definitely you can, I guess, go quick DPS with the casual if you can, if that's fine with you. Yeah. I would say there is not one DPS class that is the best right now. So I would say classically classes that are easier to play perform better, because fights just might be chaotic, someone might randomly die or something, and it's not the best to run the most optimal DPS build for the casual group. It's more about having a build that performs quite well when there's a chaotic situation. So I would say power DPS Tempest is actually quite good. To some extent, power Virtuoso is actually quite good. I will go into Discord as soon as everyone is there. So please, if you are signed up, please join. We really need people. I think it's not good if no one joins up here. We had 7 trainees signed up for this, and we had 3 helpers signed up. So we should actually be completely fine. But we are missing 4 people. So if you are on stream and if you want to join, we are on you. I have a Discord. It's in the Twitch description. Just join the server and you can join the chat there. You won't be on stream, but I can hear you and I can answer questions. I don't know. So if we need more people, I guess we can also just go for the LFG, but I would rather fill it with you to people that listen. Yeah, let's hope someone shows up. Give it a few more minutes. But otherwise I will go into the LFG. So of course you can also join and just listen from Twitch. It's completely fine as well. There will be a short delay. I think it's not that important for PvE, but you will notice it. In Discord there will be no delay, so you can hear my callouts or whatever. Yeah, we have 2 more people. Very good. Everyone is welcome here, as long as you have somewhat decent gear. Exotic, like I said, is completely fine. And you should at least know what your role is. So if you're DPS, we currently have actually all the roles filled. If you want, you can also play quickness. But DPS is currently the only role that's really missing. And yeah, perfect. We have DPS here, and like I said, everyone that wants to, you can also write just in. Okay, so that's good. Okay, my dropper is big DPS, then I go full DPS, which is totally fine to me as well. And I can focus a little bit more on mechanics. And so if someone wants to play the healer or a tank, please let me know. Otherwise, I will fill the role with someone experienced, or I will do it myself. But to learn, I would always encourage you to try something new. So I know Heavenfire is trying healer leg, but doesn't want to tank. That's completely fine. But if you want to tank someone else, be sure, try it. You only will learn it when you try it. It's really important. So let's see. We need some people that play Conti DPS, that is correct. So you have 2 more spots, so please be sure to join if you really... we take everyone that is interested and wants to listen to my explanations and is somewhat just interested and wants to learn something. It's really important. it's not that hard, especially nowadays. So if you fear you might struggle, that's not a big deal. We will probably get this quite easily done. So let's check. We have only power DPS for now. So I guess I will go Condi then. Okay, nice. So we have heal then. Okay, then no, fine. Then you go A heal. And then we have it fully set up. That's good. Gold can go full DPS then if she wants. And yeah, looks good. Looks good. We have one more. I'm scared. Don't be scared. It's totally fine. I can also go quickness if you think it's you will struggle a bit with upkeeping the boons, because that's always something that helps if you have a fully, yeah, Condi DPS is the only thing missing right now. So I think we should be fine then. Yeah, that's true. But take it like it is and see. I always started out doing raid trainings. I was joining a Discord server back then and just had very experienced people do it. And I was also quite scared to do it because I was not doing it when it came out. It was doing years later actually. And it's completely fine. It's really, most of the time you don't even notice if you are somewhat eager to learn something. So we have 2 more spots. Like I said, anyone can join. Let's see, do we have anything? Otherwise I will go in LFG. And if you have any questions, it's really important that you ask them, either in chat, of course, in the squad chat, or you can also ask them in Discord when I join the Discord server. It's really important that you asked all the questions that you might have. Only then you get all the feedback and get just the learning process. Yeah, okay, I guess no one else will be there, and I will just... So if you're playing a heal on this boss, it's... I will get to that in a second, but as Mesmer, you can... If you want, you can take focus, but I would say it's better if you run shield just so that you can tank the auto attacks from the boss way easier. And on the utility side, I would say you don't need stability at all. Some CC is good, so more would be nice. And for other utilities, just do the wells, I would say. Most of the wells, just to give more heals, just to give more boons. It's not a really hard boss. Okay, one more spot. One more spot. And then I hope we can start. Took longer than I expected to fill. So please, next time be on time when we have the session, just join my squad so that we can start directly with the explaining. And I guess we will just and just get one more person from the LFG, I guess. That's how it goes. So let's see. I think I will now join Discord so everyone can. I will join the Discord. Welcome, Sato. And everyone can join. You don't have to talk to me. I will just explain every question that you might have. And yeah, perfect. So let's start. And I hope everyone is here. I can explain the first mechanic of the first pre-event, so to say. We can already clear it, I guess. And welcome. Yes, we can, but not on stream. Okay, so we have all the mechanics of the boss. Yeah, almost all of them are explained in the pre-event. So the boss, the Guardian, has 3 small bosses or elites, so to say, before them. And those elites are Condi, the first one. The second one is power, and the third one is also power-based. Or at least you can use both DPS variants for the last 2, but the first one only takes damage from conditions. And that will happen in the fight later as well. So it's really important that you have at least 2 Condi DPS in the squad. And it's fine if you have better sound on Twitch or Discord, it does not really matter. Just that you can listen to my voice and understand what I'm telling you, because otherwise the training is a little bit not that helpful, I would say. It's more like a progression if you don't get anyone that explains it to you. Okay, so like I was saying, the first one is only Condi, and it's just very important that we deal damage until this thing is at 0%. It will then get a break bar and will not die. We have to CC it then, and that will happen in the Veil Guardian phases as well, at 66% and 33%. So bring some CC so that you can just kill those elites that will spawn in the phases as well. The second one and the third one are very easy to kill. You can power or Condi damage them, but one of them will have the mechanic that you need Boon Strip. But nowadays it's quite easy to get some Boon Strips going. I can, just to make sure, run my CC, and I can easily Boon Strip them with CC. But it's really important that you are aware to not burst it when the boon is up, because it will not receive any damage. Second of all, there will be also other mechanics to those small elites, but we will see that in a second. Like some red seekers, which you should manage by, as a druid for example, pushing away with your cliff, with your utility cliff, so that we don't get hit by them. They have AoEs around them, and they deal a lot of damage, especially if there are multiple ones stacking on the squad. So you should always have stuff that pulls in, not equipped. So if you are, for example, a soul beast, don't use your X-Force to pull those in. Be aware where they are and let them be pushed away by your supports, for example, with a Mesmer with a focus, or like I said, the druid with maybe even a longbow, but most of the time it's even enough if you just use Entangle or the push cliff. And the second thing that the mechanic will be is a green mechanic. That's really important. There is a very good tip. Don't, with the tides, just be careful when you use that in CA, because it will pull instead of push. So Celestial Avatar form and Druid has some dualism going on. So if you pull it in, that will be way worse for the group than if you didn't do anything. So just be aware of that and use it in the push form. I think we will just 9 it, I guess. Okay, so if anyone wants to join later, just squad join our squad. Otherwise, we will just do it 9 minutes. It's okay. And the last thing is just damage and some orbs around it. But I was explaining the green mechanic. So the green mechanic will happen if I don't know, a few seconds, 10 seconds. I don't know. It don't really count it, but it's actually on a timer. And when it happens, you have a green circle spawning anywhere in the arena or in the vicinity. And as soon as the green circle expires, and if there are not enough people standing in there, which would be 5, everyone in the arena gets 80% of their health taken away. And this is oftentimes can be really dangerous, but if you're a healer, like and Scourge, for example, you can give Barrier, which will also take away 80% of your life. But if you have Barrier, you have, so to say, more than 100%, and it negates it a bit. If you are like a Druid, don't give usually a lot of Barrier. So you have to know about this, that it's almost will happen very soon, the mechanic, and you will heal shortly after that with a big burst, like in CA, or use all your healing skills, like on staff, your combo fields, for example, so that your whole squad is not about to die just because of that. It's a really important thing as a healer to notice, okay, the green is about to pop, we have to heal shortly after that. And I guess we just start now, and I will explain all the missing mechanics that I have on the way. We only start with the elites first, and there will be more intricate mechanics about the boss when we get there. And I will also pop the food when we get there. The order of those guardians is actually random, so it might be a different one each week for you, but this one is the boon one first, so I will boon strip it, and as soon as I will go in. Hope everyone is ready. Looks like it. We don't need, you can also do that as a 3-person squad. It's not necessary that you be a full squad here, so we will just engage it. And you see directly there's the green circle. Here we just stand in it. In the real fight we won't do that. In the real fight we just stack on the boss, because it's not necessary that we complete the mechanic as it should be completed normally, because we can just out heal it. It's just a classic, like in Bone Skinner. If you have enough healing, it doesn't matter. And you can see it's really easy. We just DPS this. From time to time it will get the boon back, and we can now easily see it even before the green would pop, and as soon as it's dead it will instantly despawn the green. And you can see also on the ground here these orbs that float around, that they will just deal damage. You can either avoid them or just tank them. It does not matter if your healer is good enough. But I would say avoid them if you can, otherwise it's fine. And now we get the red guardian, has the Condi damage only. So we can either go for a Condi build if you can do that, or you just hope that you have enough Condi damage. And here it's important that your team focuses on those red seekers to not push them in but pull them away. So I will try to pull them away with my focus pull. If you have any other mechanic that can push or just pull them away from us, do that, because they deal a heavy amount of damage, and they will also spawn later in the fight as well. So we should be really careful about that. And it's very important that you, if you can, position on the squad, as always in raiding, position on your commander tag, or at least on someone that knows how to do it, and to not be off stack and don't receive any boons, any healing. It's always important to stack if a mechanic is not requiring you to not stack. So now we CC again, and it's dead. And now we have the last one, same as before. Doesn't matter which DPS you have here, and typically Veil Guardian is a power build favored boss. So if you can play a power build and don't have to, or if you have filled enough Condi slots, then you should go power. We will explain the reason in a second. Let's go for this last elite, and I will explain the last mechanics. Here we see now the blue AoE spawning sometimes. Might not happen for you to see it. It depends a little bit on which graphic settings you have on. So there will be a blue AoE on the ground, and if you stand in it like I just did, you will be teleported, and half of you. If that happens here, it does not really matter. But if it happens in the fight, then you might die because of that, because you are not on the healer. You might not receive the boons. You might just teleport in a damaging field. It's really important that you avoid this. So how does it look? It's a blue field on the ground, and there will be multiple ones. So there will be 5 or so, and those will spawn underneath players. So you have to move out of them. You can block them, you can dodge them, you can also distort or invert, just make you immune to their attacks. It works, but it's really important that you do not get hit by this, like I said, because you get teleported. You will also see, if you stand in it, a yellow border around your screen. It's really important that you just are aware of this when this happens, that you should move out in the next second. There is a short delay. It's not happening very fast, so you have a time to react. But like I said, really take care of that. That's one of the most important mechanics as a DPS player, as anyone in the squad actually, to just avoid it. For the healer, the most important mechanic is actually the green circle, that you are aware when it happens and that you have your heals ready after it. Yes, thanks Gold for telling this out. We have one more squad. It's squad join. Wait, I have to type it differently. Like this. And we have one more spot, just DPS. And if you are new to raiding, that's totally fine. So here, please don't walk near the boss, because that will trigger the boss. I will now pop some food for everyone. Like I said, I will explain now why this boss is power favored. This boss is power favored because it is one of the rare occasions where you have a boss that has, so to say, negative toughness. What does that mean? That means that the boss has lower than the average toughness that you have. So we have all toughness of 1000. This boss has lower toughness, so it receives more power damage than usual. That means all your power builds hit harder than their benchmark. Just baseline. That is a even more power favored boss than all the other bosses, because it just gives you more damage. It's not about dealing the damage faster, it's just about more damage. Just a fact to know. So now we'll drop the food. Healing food here on the left, power food in the middle, and condi food on the right. I went for the minus 10% damage just so that we survive longer. Normally you would of course go in PvE for the 66% lifesteal food, just to make it a little bit quicker. And now let's explain the rest of the fight. So you can see this is the boss in the middle. As soon as someone walks up to it, it will trigger and it will tank or focus on the tank. The tank is the one with the highest toughness. So that means whoever is tanking, in our case it is Jintu, please let us know your toughness, because you have to have higher toughness than everyone else. So that can be 5 toughness. It's completely fine if you only have 5 more than anyone else. But to be safe, I would say you should go a bit higher, because there are some skills that give you toughness. And if it's only half of the group, then half of the group gets toughness, maybe not the tank. And then it's important that you have enough toughness to be the tank, because otherwise the fight can get really chaotic really fast. So I hope everyone is below this number that you can see in chat. And so the boss will walk up to our tank, and as soon as this happens, we can also damage it. So then we'll typically instantly spawn the blue AoEs that I was talking about, so that you walk out of them. And after that, the tank should always position, let's say around here. So really close to the edge of the arena, there will be a barrier so we can't get out. And the tank should position here, just so that we have free way to stand behind the boss, because the boss is doing auto attacks that only the tank has to tank. Yeah, and everyone else should stand behind to just deal damage without having to deal with any mechanics that are not AoE. The boss will be completely stationary if the tank is not moving, so that's really important that you don't do that as a tank. You should always try to move as little as you can. When you want to dodge an attack, which is totally fine, you can do so on this fight and dodge into the barrier that will spawn after the boss is attacked. So you can just dodge backwards and you won't get anything hit, and you will not move out of the arena. You can also block all of the attacks here, except the green circle, 80% damage spawn. But you can, for example, as a Chronomancer, you can use Distortion to negate the damage. Other attacks that the tank has to be aware of is the blue thing, the blue circles that spawn. If you get hit by this, you will get teleported. The tank will be somewhere else, so the boss will move to the tank and the whole squad will have to follow, and that's really annoying. Yeah, we still need someone, Sarah. So if you want to join, just squad join. I will post it on YouTube. 1 second. Yeah, just type this and we have another spot. Just DPS, whatever you want to play. Thanks for joining. And so that's the first important thing. And now we have the last really important mechanic, which is you can see the arena is, let's say, split into 3 different pieces of pizza. And in the first phase, from 100 to 66% of the Veil Guardian health, one arena tile will be lit up, and there you will receive ticking damage. In all the others, there will be no damage. And that's really important, that the tank moves in the corresponding piece that is not taking damage. So in the first one, it's really easy. You can just stand in the left one where I'm standing, and if the right one gets damaged, you stay there. As soon as the left one gets damaged, you move here. I will call that out when that happens, but you will also see it will light up red, green and blue. So it's really easy to see, and it will switch around every now and then. In the second phase, however, 2 of the tiles, or in the first phase there's no tile lit up. In the second phase there will be 1, and in the last phase there will be 2. That's how it is. And so that's the mechanic. So when there will be 2 in the last phase, we will get to that when we get there. But it's a little bit different. So typically the tanking strategy is not standing here, but in the first 2 phases until 33%, we will stand exactly at this spot and just switch the positions according to the damaging tiles. And I can also just move with me as the tank if you don't know when to move. Okay, and as soon as we reach the split phase, the Veil Guardian will become invulnerable and also despawn. And then we stay here. That's really important, so that the healers can top us off with boons, with heals. And then if there's no green popping off in the next second, then we split. So that means the Condi players go to the Condi red pylon, which is the one to our left. Yeah. So there should be 2 players that go there, maybe 3 depending on what you are. And then you go there, deal damage, and to the elite that will spawn there, and break the Defiance bar as soon as you reach 0%. All the rest of the party will go to the right side, where the blue thing will spawn, blue elite. And the blue elite will have the same boon mechanic again. You have to boon strip it. And one of the people here should also pull the green guy over to us, because you can do that. So you can quickly cleave both of them and kill them. And as soon as all the 3 elites are down and the CC bar is broken of those 3, they will be dead. And the Veil Guardian will respawn and we go in the next phase. And I think that's all the mechanics except the CC phase. Later there will be a CC phase where the Veil Guardian gets his break bar. There are different ways to handle this, but I would say in a training it's the easiest if everyone just CCs it, so that we don't get enough, don't take too much damage from the attack, because the Veil Guardian will be stationary and cast some really nasty orbs that will deal damage. You can take that to your advantage, but in a training I would say just deal breakbar damage and then you will negate the attack after a while. Yeah, sure. Welcome to the guild. It's easy in game. Okay, so let me also get some food. And I guess we are ready. I hope everyone is ready. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also in Discord. But I hope I explained everything, and let's see if we just try it out. Please wait for the ready check. That also means that the fire elemental should not trigger the boss. So let's restart. It's really important. Please GG to reset. No, it's fine. It happens all the time. It's okay if it happens in a training. You really might upset people if you do it in a normal fight. So always try to just be aware and don't trigger the boss. Yeah, it happens. It happens so often. So wait before engaging until the ready check is done. And also, like I said, really important, just stick on the commander tag. I try to be exactly where you need to be. The only exception to this would be, of course, in split phases, or if the tank is having to position themselves somewhere so that we don't get hit. But you should still be in vicinity to get all the boons and the healing. Yes. Yeah, thanks. So everyone is ready. I will pull the boss. I hope everything is clear so far. And just stay here. Don't get hit by the blue thing. Yeah, that happens. This is the blue attack. So try to not get hit. The tank should stand here. Just still, it does not really matter in this phase, but it's important in later phases. So that we have now the pop was of the green thing, and someone got teleported. The tank was also there, and now you can see the boss is running. So that's really important that the tank doesn't get hit by the attacks. And we can also now stand and move in the green circle just because we are there. But it's fine if we don't get it, we just have to heal. But like I said, the tank should move here. But you see, it's still, if it's chaotic, we are still doing quite a good job and are facing the boss anyway. Like I said, here even after the phase we get a heal. Please everyone stack here so that the healers can heal up. And now we have one Condi or two Condi should go to red. Everyone else should move to the blue thing. And also here you should stand in the circle that spawns just because we want to negate all the damage, the green one. And now we can deal damage to all the guardians, kill them with CC. Like I said, stand in the circle if it spawns. And wait until the last one is dead. We can already move to the tanking position, which this time is again here. But the tank has to move in this tile or in this tile, depending on which tile is lit up. You will see that in a second when it happens. Be aware, the blue things will spawn again. Don't get hit by those. And green will pop. Now we have to CC the boss. Very good healing, nice. Now we have the blue tile lit up, so you should not stand there as the tank. You can now also, the green will pop, careful. Always stand behind the boss, so if you are not tanking, please move behind the boss. The boss is invulnerable, perfect. We have some, so that's what I meant. If there's someone down or someone teleported, they most likely die from it. So always be aware of that. Please someone that is going to, yeah, exactly, help ult. And we will do the same thing. And you can see this is not that hard. You just follow my course here, and now we are going in the last phase. As soon as this is dead, we can also help with the CC as soon as they have done enough damage to it. As the healer, you please also help the guys that are almost dead. And now you move as a tank, typically here and out of the thing, and that's fine. Like I said, the tank should then move very close to the center, but always in the area that is not getting hit by the things. We will now get a switch, so we should move here where I am. Please always move as the tank first, because you will see that the group will follow the boss and not you. So if you stand in the damaging field, most of the people will just try to deal damage. And I would say we try it once again. We can kill here, but I would say it was still messy. It was not good enough, I would say, so that everyone understands the thing. So please GG here now, so that we can try a nice clean run, because I think it's important that everyone gets the mechanics and is not getting carried by just our insane DPS here. But you can see it's actually not that hard of a fight. We have not that many experienced people and we still have a easy time. The boon up time was decent. We could improve on alacrity and quickness, but that's mostly because it's important that you stand next to your support or just stack on the commander tag all the time, because teleporting is always bad. So okay, I will explain the teleporting. So the teleporting thing will happen every now and then. The boss will spawn blue circles around players. In the first phase it's not that many, but it will increase with the later phases. So I think in the last phase everyone will spawn a blue circle underneath them. It's not that big, it's not yeah, not that dangerous by itself, but there will be 10 of them in the later phases, so you can easily move into another one. They are quite hard to catch, that's true, if you just look at the ground, but it will also tell you a yellow border just around the screen. So if you're Necromancer, typically you get a green border if you enter the Death Shroud. But you will see a yellow border when you stand in this about to pop teleport. So you should either move out, block the attack, dodge the attack, or invulnerability attack. If you are not sure, then it's... Yeah, exactly. If you have also sound enabled, it's a good tip here. You will hear some very distinct sound, like a sip or something, that will also tell that it's about to happen. But I can get why it's a little bit hard to spot, because there's so many things happening. But it's really important. This is one of the... I think it's the most important mechanic you as a not tank or healer should be aware of, that you don't get teleported. Even the tank should be taking care of that. So it's really, really important. So, like I said, DPS is not that important. Just don't get hit by those teleports. Are there any other questions regarding the mechanics? Because I think I explained every single one of them, but I might have gone too fast on some of them, so please let me know. And there is no question that you should not ask. Just ask away. Yeah, I think the teleport is probably the hardest thing. Thanks for the sub, Chill. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the 3-time problem. Really, really nice. Really appreciate that. Okay, so I think we can go for another try. If we now get a clean kill and get to below 10%, we will go for the kill. If it's very chaotic again, we might try again. Yeah, I think you should just get accustomed to what the boss attacks are, what the mechanics are, and that's why we train it. So as soon as you understand it, it's very easy. This boss is powercraft, one of the most powercraft bosses, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so I guess everyone is ready. I will pull the boss again. As the tank again, you move here. You see the blue circles? In the beginning it's really, really clear. And you stand where I stand, the tank stands on the other side of the mob thing, and be aware, don't get hit by this attack, by the teleporting thing, and if you have the glyphs or just attacks that move you, push the seekers back, try to push them back. As the tank, always try to avoid all the attacks that the boss does. If you get downed, everyone should rest, especially DPS players. It's really important to understand. DPS is the first, one of the first guys that just heal and the downed person. So Condi goes to the red guy and everyone else follows me. And we should take the mushroom if you have the mastery, just for more cooldown reduction and stuff. And you just DPS this guy and then the blue one. Meanwhile the red people should also have done it very slowly. And we can now move there, either heal them, either do some CC to the guy again as well. You can't damage it if you're not Condi player, but you can CC it. So we move again here. The tank should now stand between the two tiles, so depending on which one is lit up. Now it's the green one, so the opposite of the boss. But after that, every single thing will happen on the boss, and we have to move between those things. So someone got teleported, was the tank, so that's why the boss moves. Everyone should stay here, the tank will come back. If you're a healer, you can also heal the tank, of course, or you should heal the tank. Be aware, there will be a green pop. Okay, we have a dead here. It's a little bit messy. Let's go for the split phase, and if it's still quite messy, we should try to reset. It's really important. Yeah, okay, we got too much damage. That's a reset. Please GG. You should, as a healer, if the tank gets damaged, if anyone in the squad is below 80%, and you don't have any barrier and the green is about to pop, they will go into down state. So it's really important that the healer tops the people off that are about, let's say 80% or lower on health, and after the green pops, the healer should definitely get enough healing. Yeah, I mean, it's really important that these teleports should be really dodged. It's the most important thing actually that you do as your individual player. You should always try to not get hit by this. Of course, I will also make a YouTube video about this training, so I will tell that and show it quite clearly, I hope. Yeah, the Seeker management is also not that great. I can play Condi and play with a focus, but I would say it's really important that people do it that are not that experienced, because if experienced people do the mechanics, then we kill the boss easily, but no one learns anything from it. So if you have focus on a Mesmer, for example, you can easily pull away the Seekers so that we don't get damaged by them. So Druid and Mesmer are typically the best people suited for that. Virtuoso actually also has an attack Psychic Force or something, and utility skill that also pushes back. You can take that for a small DPS loss. Yeah, so it's true that the teleports are a little bit, yeah, it's not that easy to spot them. But as a tank, you can also dodge it, you can block it. Your role is not to DPS, so just focus on surviving yourself, and if possible, you should also keep up your boons. Okay, and that, I would say let's go for the kill now. I think that should work then, because you saw it. The first try actually was really clean. The second one was not that good. We had people dying, so always stick to the squad, and you will get all the boons and heals. Okay. I will pull the boss again. Greens will spawn, blues will spawn. Try to not get hit in the first phase at all. Of course in all the phases, but in the first phase it's really, really easy to just not get hit by it. Okay. Be careful, the green will pop. And that's why I said always top off before that happens, so that no one will go down. But I would say as a healer you don't even have to think about the green so much, just try to always keep people at full life. It's your most important role, to just keep people at full life. So far so good, it looks quite good. You can also just not get hit by the teleport, yeah, works out good. Now we split again, very good. And always, if you have the mastery, take the mushroom, helps with DPS. Someone can pull the green guardian. I will do it this time. And always stand in the green, so that no one gets damaged, especially really important for the red people, because they typically don't have a healer there. So always try to either kill the guy before the green will spawn, or just do the green regularly, so that no one will get down by this. Okay, again, tank moves in position here. Be aware though, this time we will have the damaging fields. Try not to get teleported. Just have to call the blues out, I guess. CC please, yeah, very good, very fast CC, nice. And now the next time we will have the... Okay, we still got some teleports, it's fine. Next time we will have the tile lit up, so we have to move now in the next tile, please. Maybe we can get our healer here, please. Try to help me. But it doesn't look good. We are getting too much damage when our healer is dead, and I think that's a GG. It's too messy. We do try it again. It's easily doable. Just concentrate. Don't get teleported, because you can see the teleports are killing you. It's not the damage. The damage follows just after you get teleported, because you're not near your squad. So always focus on not getting teleported. It's really important for classes that have mechanics like Druid or someone that has long casting times, so that you do your casts and move out of it. If you get rooted in place, you should be really aware that you are not standing in a blue circle. So those things are really important. But we are getting there. Don't lose hope. It's definitely, if we get the teleports right, it's easy. We will get it first try. So I just want to know that everyone understands every single mechanics. Yeah, as Guld says, I think it's really impossible for a new player to get it completely right with the teleports at first, because there's so much flashy things happening here. If you knew everything already, then you would not be a new player to this fight. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Nice. Tank, try not to move too much. Just as soon as the boss reached you, you should not move anymore. Be aware the green will pop. Don't go to the green. We try to really tank the damage, just that our healer can practice the healing, because in a normal group you won't move there at all. Yeah, very nice. So, good healing. And we get a rather clean first phase. Okay, again, try to stack up and move as a group, so that if a green would pop in this split phase happening, we get the heal. Because that's really important that no one dies at the beginning of the split phase. That would be bad. Okay, we can damage this guy and easily kill it even before the green will pop. The green will then despawn. Okay, again, CC. Try not to get teleported even in the split phases. Can also kill you. It's not as dangerous, but still. Try to help CC if you have some. Now the boss will spawn again. Try to be aware of the blues. Yeah, very good. I will try to call them out, but it's hard to do everything all at once. Explaining mechanics and going for it. CC, please. Very good. Be aware of the damage and the blues again. Okay. Tank is down, please rest. Yeah, very good. Now just try to be aware blues. Okay. And now we have to move the boss a bit, so you're standing in a position where we will all get hit, so move the boss a bit if we can't face it before that, but I guess we will face. Now stay here please, green will spawn, stay on me, or you can also go there, but please decide as a group. So typically you stay just on the commander, get healed up, and then we split. So that everyone will not die in the split phase. It's really important. Now we move to the green, so that we don't get damage to our red friends. And secede. And go on the green one. Careful, blue. Good. We get CC on red again. So if you have some CCs, ranged CCs possibly, try to do this. And now move to the tanking spot in the middle, here on me, where we slowly move around the arena in the middle, so that we have to move less to go out of the damaging tiles. Now we get a green spawn, we can stand in it because it's so close. Also CC the boss. Now we have 4 seekers, so please try to push them away if you can. Stack on me please, as a tank, as everyone actually. Green is about to pop. Blue as well, please move out of it. Very nice. Get the healing done. And try to damage, move again. Try to get the reses. We should be fine here. Just be aware that there will be blues. Yeah. try to res me as well, but also CC the boss, and I think we can finish now if you have enough damage. Yes, looks good. Was not as clean as I hoped, but the last phase is always a little bit of a chaotic thing. Thanks for the call out, by the way, in Discord. And yeah, I hope you get the gist of how you fight this boss. The last phase is a little bit messy, but typically you should move around the arena at maybe like this distance from the center and just try to control the Seekers. The last phase is really important that you also control the Seekers, because there will be 4 of the red anomalies spawning that will deal quite a bit of damage if you can't manage them. Okay, looks good so far. No, it's good. I like if you have something to tell in Discord, it's always good. So I have no problem there. So now we have just some kind of trash mob event. It's not that exciting. I will try to do more portals here just to speed it up. The general idea of this event is you have to close rifts. And those rifts are closed just by standing there as a group in them, and as soon as they are closed there will be another one spawning, and you have to close some of them in a specific time, but it's not very hard. You just have to move. You can even do it by running, but I will try to portal you around. It's not that it's really boring. Yeah, it's not that crazy. So we will hopefully get it done in the first try, because it's not really exciting at all. Okay, I hope everyone is ready. Yeah, I mean, you can still die to this. It's not completely impossible, but if you die to it, it feels even worse, because it just is a time gate. You can't speed it up at all. You can try to capture the nodes as fast as you can, that's true, but you can't speed up the spawning of the nodes that much. Yes, you can die here. I hope we don't die here. So let's wait for our last person. Just want to get the positive note and don't want to say this event is boring and long and you also die a lot. So that doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do. I think they're just AFK at the moment. Okay. Let's give them a minute. Was too exciting, too exhausting. No, there we go. Okay. Yeah, sure, I can change the color. I don't know what it's good, maybe purple. So we kill the enemies and now we will get some spawns. Let's see where the first one is. Yeah, I can portal you and just take the portals that I have, but you don't have to. You can also walk, depends on how far we are. So now we can take the portal back and we can walk there. It's not necessary that the Mesmers in the party do this. It's nice if they do, but it's not necessary. You should stick as a group, because you can get damage here quite a lot and might die to it. And if someone dies off point, it's actually quite annoying for the healers. So here you just move and we need a few people to capture this. It's not necessary that everyone is in here, but now we should get a portal, but I have it on cooldown. Second portal, and we get another one. So as soon as we cap this, take the portal, and there will be another one. Let's see. Don't have a portal right now. So this is the most stressful event for Mesmers if you want to do it perfectly. But for everyone else, it's just running around or taking portals, or both. And we just follow the tag. You see the areas that you want to capture, and that's it. Just follow there and walk there. Everything else is, if the it's only necessary with the portals or helpful if they're really far apart. So now here, it's just easier to walk. The scrapper, for example, with super speed can also help quite easily. And we just do that until we have the bar in the top right corner filled. Now I will portal you to the next one. Just stick here and take the portal. And see where the next one spawns. It spawns again on the same position, so very easy, we just wait here. See where the next one spawns. There it is, we can walk there. If the next one is far away, I will portal. Now we walk again back to the other position. Please don't be off group, so if you're standing off the group you will die to all the mobs that are here. I will portal you here. Okay, yes, so move here to the top. We're doing good so far. Yeah, we're doing a raid. We're doing raid wing 1 train. You can take the portal now. I have a portal. We sadly don't have an open spot if you wanted to join. Now move to the middle. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's too late because we have already filled. But there will be more sessions in the future, don't worry. Move again. Yeah. Okay, and that was the last one, and the event is completed. You can see it just takes time, it's boring, and as soon as you're done, we will do here some champions. Nothing special. Just take your DPS, and if everyone is ready, we can kill the guys here to get to the next event, which is not really a pre-event anymore because it will actually reward you with an, how's it called? Legendary Insight. But we move here to this position just to get them line of sighted and pull all the guys that we need to kill here. You actually don't need to kill the champion, you can kill all the other stuff. But if you want to kill the champion, you can also do that. Just have to kill enough of those spirits to drop the fence on the other side. Yeah, very good point. You can stability those attacks from the mobs here, because otherwise it can get quite annoying. Now we spread out because those are archers, if you don't LOS correctly. But that's fine, we got it. We don't have to kill the others. Just follow me. And stand here. And now I will quickly explain the rest of the event, or the next part of the event. So we will now move as a group, really important, up through a channel, so to say. And we will have to capture again those nodes, but we will get interrupted by some foggy walls, and we have to kill those walls at the same time. So typically, depending on where the node is, you send the DPS to kill the wall, and the supports stay behind. There will be a spot in the end where I say wait until I portal you to the end, because then it's quite far, and typically a Mesmer equips a portal and portals the whole group there, so that we can cap the node and skip the second, the last node to cap, and just DPS the last wall, because that will finish the event. But you will see it and hopefully understand it when you see it. But otherwise, just stick on my tech and try to damage the walls that will spawn. It's a little bit weird with the hitboxes, so if you have attacks like phantasm spawns, maybe even word plates or something, it can be really annoying to hit those, so be a little bit aware of this. You can just, they have a quite large hitbox, so you can just kill them. Yeah. Interesting pro tip. Okay, so let's see if everyone is ready. Yeah. We will just try it. It's not, you will see it's not that difficult. You just stick as a group, you try to capture the things and kill the walls. That's the mechanics of this fight. There will be one place where you have to glide. So please don't jump down in the water, because that will kill you. So let's go. Typically you glide here as far as you can, just for more speed, and dodge the AoEs on the ground. and we will try to cap the first node. If you're range DPS, you can also already DPS. You can also go to the wall. It's not really important that everyone stays there, but it should be enough people to capture the node. I guess you people on stream saw my teleport was really weird here because of the hitbox. DPS stay back. DPS can move forward. All the others should move on in the node. And yeah, just try to avoid the AoEs because they will also knock you back, which can be really annoying if you don't have stability. Just be aware of it. Now we can also have some people staying here. 4 should be enough. And you always have around 20 seconds to close the rift here. But as soon as it starts, you can also try to capture it. Try to not get knocked out like I just did. And now here's the jump. So please open your glider after this and don't fall down. We have 1 DC, but it's just Gould, which knows the raid, so that's fine. So here I will now make the portal for you. And as soon as it captures, please take the portal. And we capture the node. And now we go to the wall. There will be another node spawning. So we just ignore it and we damage the barrier so that we can finish the event without any... We just ignore the rest of the mechanics. And yeah, that's it. There we go. We have the next part of the pre-event done. Now we just skip all the parts here. The reason for that is we don't need to kill all those guys. We can just skip them and run past them. Now we have to go onto some buttons. So they are all across the arena. Typically some people, most of us should go off here. I think there should be 4 or 5 buttons. And we need to stand on them at the same time. So someone should move up on the right side here. It's a white button, so it's clearly distinguishable. Here in this building, there's also another one. And on top of those short jumping puzzle here where I am, there's also another one. And we are missing still one. There below is one, there's one. On the other side, I think there's another one. So if you stay here, I can move to the other side. Yeah, it's 5 buttons, and that's the last one. I'm always going for the one with the jumping puzzle, because that's the one that is easily failed. Here's the last one. A little bit confused because normally someone else does it because it's really easy. It has to be somewhere really close. It's fine. You couldn't stand the event anymore. I get that. That's good. Yeah, welcome back then. There's one button. And where's the last button? This actually, I'm always doing the jump puzzle one, not the other one. Ah, here's one. Okay, I got it. It's behind. It's hidden behind the walls here. Very good. And there we go. We have another boss or encounter at least completed. Okay, so let's go to the second real encounter, which is Gorseval. So this boss is also heavily power crept, but it's actually already at the beginning of this boss, when it was released, it was also already ignored. You should actually do it. So let me explain how you normally do it, and then I can in the end tell you how it's not done because it's way too annoying to do. So for this boss, I would say in a training group, I would recommend you bring some decent amount of CC just to deal with the really big and quite nasty CC breakbar. So it's really important that you have enough as a squad to deal with this mechanic. It will happen quite frequently, and the reason for this is that you will get really hard damage by hitting the boss when the CC bar is off, when it's appearing. So you should always try to CC as fast as possible. However, there are exceptions, so if you have low DPS, you should delay it a bit, but I will just say we CC as fast as possible and see how far we get. That's the first thing. So if there's a break bar, CC please. Okay, then this boss again has phases at 66 and 33%. But first, let's explain the pattern, the attack pattern. This boss has, again, a tanking mechanic for the toughest guy in our group, which is the guy with the most toughness. So the tank should always stand on the opposite side of the boss, but the tank should also be aware of the attacks and also the support. So for example, if you have H's, if you have stability as a support, as a full support most of the time, but also if you, for example, quickness cloner, you can also bring some stability. It helps a lot for your DPS if you can negate the knockdown, because there will be an attack where the boss, just like Bone Scanner, holds up his hand and the next it stomps down with the hand and it will knock you back. It's not that dangerous on itself, but it's annoying for DPS, and it's also might knock you into another mechanic that will spawn later. So it's really important that you either dodge this attack, or if you trust your supports, have stability or H's. I will go for some kind of support here. Then I will help you with the H's and stability uptime. Okay. Otherwise, this boss in the first phase doesn't have any real mechanics, I have to say. There will be spawning some AoEs throughout the arena. They will expand in size, and you should not move into them, because it will give you a DPS debuff, so you will lose DPS. But if you just either kill them in the last phases, there will be more of them, or just ignore them and don't walk into them, that's fine. You should always stack on the command attack again and try to, just not get hit by almost all of the attacks the boss does. Like I said, CC is the only thing that is important. Everyone should take care of CC. This boss is a power boss, as almost, I think 99% of the bosses here are power. But if you enjoy Condi, you can also play Condi, so you don't have to swap here, but it's fine. Either way. And at 66% and 33%, he will go invulnerable, and it will spawn again for elites, or for mobs that we have to kill. Those mobs move towards the boss, not fast, but somewhat steadily, and you have to kill them before they reach the boss. As soon as one of those, or multiple ones, reach the boss, we will instantly wipe. So there are multiple ways to do this, but best way is of course to kill them really fast, and most of the time you split around and do one subgroup does 2 and the other subgroup does another 2. And to delay them, you can't use CC, they are not CCable, but you can use soft CC, so immobilize, chill, even cripple. But very important, what is really strong here is, for example, Druid Entangle or the Celestial Avatar 5. So there are really nice skills on Druid that can help a lot. Yes, I will do this raid training again. It's the first one I do, but I will do more in the future. Okay, so I think that's the split phase so far. Are there any questions to what I said? Was it too fast? Because I think that's the most important thing about the fight, to understand how the split phase works, how the boss retaliation damage in the CC works, that you get a lot of damage if you don't CC. So if you, for example, an Elementalist, you have a lot of small attacks, you get a lot of damage from the boss when the CC phase is up. So if you can't deal with it and your healers can't heal you, you should just stop attacking and CC instead. It's really important. You can deny the damage reflect by just not attacking, but otherwise just CC fast enough. Okay, we can move to the edge of the arena where Guld is standing without triggering the boss, and I guess we just go for it and see how it goes. There's one more mechanic in the last 1 or 2 phases, I'm not completely sure. There will be the ground, just like the blue teleports in the first fight. There will be yellow teleports, or not teleports, yellow AoEs, and don't get hit by those. They are, to my knowledge, undodgeable. That means that you have to move out of them before they happen. You have a short amount of time, maybe 1 second, maybe 2 seconds, I'm not sure, until they pop and you have to move out of them, because if you get hit by them, you will be egged. So you will be trapped in some kind of cocoon, and that drastically decreases your damage, and it's not something you want to be in. So that's really important. So always move out of them. That's actually the most important thing about this boss fight in the last phase, that you don't get hit by this, because it will not only trap you, but it will also give you a debuff so that you deal less damage after that. Okay, so if there are no... Yeah, sure. Yeah, the AoEs from the orbs, yeah. Yeah, so I mentioned, I can repeat that again because I think I was too fast on that, but there will be some orbs spawning, or multiple ones in the later phases, that will expand in size. Just blue spiritish AoEs. Thanks for the follow, by the way. And those will not deal damage, but give you a debuff that just destroys the DPS over time. And if you walk into them, that's completely fine in that sense, because you can recover, but you should not do that. You should not walk into them if you can avoid it. You can kill either the orbs with range DPS or just not move into them. If you, however, move into them for whatever reason, if you destroy those orbs, there will be yellowish things on the ground that you can collect to, let's say, restore your normal DPS. So try to do that, but most of the time I would say it's more beneficial to just not get the debuff hit in first place. So it's a little bit, be aware of your surroundings. That's especially important also in the split phase, because the orbs will stay there. Okay, so yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You should not run around like a headless chicken, because just to collect some yellow orbs. If you die because of that, it's not worth it. Yeah? Stick to the group and try to sustain, and it might despawn after a while either way. And one thing that is also important, we could set markers. Maybe good, you can set markers while I explain it. So there are 4s, the elite spawning in the what is it called? Directions west, north, south, and east. And there will be in each position 1. So we split up, like, let's say my squad is going to, I don't know, not this typical arrow and heart, and the other one goes to square and circle, so that we have 2 close to each other. So that's the typical split, that you have to just one subgroup going to 2 and the other one to the other 2. But let's see how it goes. I think it's not... This boss is a little less mechanic heavy, I would say, than Veil Guardian. And it's just a little bit of a DPS check, at least in the way that we do it. And yeah, nothing too special. I think I explained everything. Yeah. Yeah. You can also see the attack. That's really important. A really good tip that I always give new players to Guild Wars 2. Attacks are always telegraphed by bosses doing something, like moving the hand up or something like that. So you will see that he will move up his hand, and as the second attack, and you can, or the first one this time, and you get hit by it. So it's a little bit random when it does it, but as the tank you should move in the other direction so that it don't tank the auto attack here, please. And now he does the CC. So we CC as fast as we can, just to make sure that we really break the CC bar and don't get too much damage. Yeah, very good. And you can see the DPS is really easy to DPS this boss. It's not really something happening here. Okay. Very good block. Nice. And please, as a tank, move always away from the group. So when I'm here standing, and yeah, perfect. And now we got the face. My sub squad goes to arrow. And the other one... What? Okay. Yeah, so first squad goes here and the second one goes to the other one. If you are a druid or if you have a soft CC ready, you can soft CC them so that they don't move that fast. But you can see the DPS that we nowadays have is so huge that we almost can just kill them without any problems, without any soft CC. now block. Oh, yeah, perfect. And be aware now, I think in this phase the X can already spawn, so that the AoEs that happen, that you don't get hit by those. And so far so good, nothing special. CC is now happening, so use your CC. Try to not use a lot of DPS skills because that might kill you if the group does not CC fast enough. But so far so good. Block or stability, very good. And we go to the next split. Again, my subsquad goes to arrow. Kills the charged souls. And yeah, try to help build here. So you can also do a split like ours, just randomly go to one direction. It's not recommended, but it works in the end as well. So please try to follow the just the directions we are currently doing. Now the X spawn, I hope you saw it. We got 2 people act. Just that you see what it was happening. You can get free very easily, but it's just not good for your DPS. Now it's really important to CC as well. We can delay a bit, but it's not necessary. And I think we go for the kill. This boss is not that complex. I think everyone got it. We have no dead person. So, egg. We got 4 eggs, so please don't get egged here. And that's the kill. So nothing too special here. Okay. Are there any questions about this boss? Because now we did it in one try, so I want to give you some time. Maybe you have a question that was not answered in this try. Yeah. Yeah, so I can explain the mechanic how it normally, or how the designers of this fight supposed to make it be happen, yeah, so that people should do it. Like, there are those barriers that you saw in the pre-event around the arena, and when the boss is not getting enough damage to phase, it will cast in one-shot attack that takes some time to cast, but you can't interrupt it. And to just not get one-shot by this attack, you typically had to destroy one barrier, or at least one, and go into the updrafts that are around the arena, so that you are not get hit by the attack that covers the whole ground on this arena in this circle. So it's really outdated. No one does it anymore because you can just skip this mechanic by facing the boss. And you saw we don't even have that crazy DPS, and we easily did it. So it's just not how it's supposed to be anymore, this fight. That's why it seems so easy, and this actually also is easy. Yeah. So the next boss is Sabetta. For this fight, you can play Condi or Power. It does not really matter. It is important that you understand the mechanics of the next fight. The next fight is definitely the hardest of those 3. And we will do some pre-event first, and killing some bandits here. Just follow me. And try not to die here. Just glide across the gap, please. And we will LOS the mobs here again. There are a lot of bandits. They are just very weak. We can just follow me here. And as soon as we are behind the stairs, all of them will come to us, or most of them. And we can just group them up and kill them very easily with AoEs. You already see that some of us will get those green circles, or greenish circles. Those don't deal any damage to us, but you get a special action key which is called Zapper Bomb. Yeah, and this Zapper Bomb is helpful. It's really important that you use it in the fight correctly. That will come up soon. Let's kill all of them and move up. Typically you can use a Mesmer Portal here. I just wanted to show you which is the normal path, because if I Mesmer Portal you around here, you don't really understand what is typically the real path. So now we stack up here, pull them again, don't die or fall down. Yes. Okay, so the Zapper bombs, like I said, they are important, they help us. If you get it, you can use it and throw it to the location that your mouse cursor currently is. And this is important because now we stack on this platform here, and if the person that get the Zapper bomb uses it on us, we will get thrown across the canyon. Yeah, perfect. And this is happening in the fight a lot, and it's really important that the people that get the Zapper bomb notice it and know what to do with it. And that's why Sabetta is one of the hardest bosses in this, or is the hardest boss in this raid wing, because it requires every single person to at least understand what the mechanic is and act to it in time. Because if one player fucks up the mechanic, it might be a wipe. It is typically not nowadays anymore, but it might be. So please understand and ask even more questions if you don't understand anything. So Sabetta. Yeah, very good point. It's a special action key, so it's the one that pops up above your F skills, and you have to have this keybind bound. If you don't, please bind it now, because otherwise we can't really use it. And no, this is the important thing. You should not throw it on the boss, because it is important to help your allies. And the reason for that is this fight heavily revolves around having this platform that you see in front of us is the main arena, but you can move out of the arena with those jump pads that are marked by gold here, with the arrows and stuff. And you have to, some people have to go there to destroy cannons that will spawn on the other side of the jump pads. And those cannons spawn at regular frequencies, always at, how is it called, sharp time, so 0, and at 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds there will be a spawn of a cannon, and they will rotate around the arena. I will get to the which rotation in a second. But the thing is, one player, or two players actually, should be dedicated to destroying those cannons whenever they spawn. Reason for that is that it's not only damaging our arena field, so we get consistent damage from those cannons, but it will also, and that's the important part, destroy the platform after a short, well not short, but after some time, because the platform is destructible. So we try to destroy all the cannons that we can get by sending one player, or two in this case, to cannons. And so one player to the first, the second player to the second, the first player to the third again. The reason for that is there will be a debuff, so you can't use the platform twice in a row. So let me quickly catch up on chat. Yes, so you throw the bomb that you will get at some point to the platform where your ally is standing and porting, or jumping to the cannon. So you have, there is a range to this bomb throw, so you should always move there to make sure that it's really hitting the player. And the player should make sure that they are standing on the platform, on the jump pad, so that it's not hitting them without being on the jump pad, because then nothing happens. And you have to throw the Zapper bomb on a player that will go to a cannon that will just spawned, and the player will then get teleported or jump up to the cannon, and the cannon should be destroyed by the player, and then you can glide back down to the normal arena. The special action hotkey range, let me check, is 800. I just posted it in the squad chat a little bit up. Okay, and this is really important. This is the most important mechanic of this fight that we get right, because it will, if we fail it consistently, it will destroy the platform, or it will destroy us, because it also damages us. So it's really important that we get that right. Then there is another mechanic, which is a little bit weird, because this boss doesn't have a classical tanking mechanic. So we all stack on the middle behind her most of the time, but it's not necessary, because she doesn't move at all. She always is in the middle. And she will, from time to time, throw out 3 damaging fire fields to the most far away person. And therefore you want to have a kite that does this. Typically that's really good if it's a healer can do it. Otherwise it gets a little bit messy because it's just not made for being as a DPS or something, because you can get damage and it's not really good. I would say typically a druid does it. Chrono works as well. You can also do it as a virtuoso DPS because you have enough range, but I would say it's not really good. So I would really like that some of the maybe Heavenfire you can do it. It's not that hard. It's actually, you just have to move out when the attack happens, and then you can move back in and heal the party again. The only thing that is important here, that you are always the most far away player, so that you get targeted by this attack. And you should also notice that you are very often getting the Zapper bomb, so you also have to move to your ally that is standing on the platforms. Good, is there a special queue for this attack? I think it's just happening after some time. Yeah, exactly. Me the same, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's always the safest bet that you can make, that you just stand the most away from as you can, but still be in range of your boons and your heals. So the group should stick really close to each other, except to the guy that wants to kite, and then it should be fine. You don't have to move across the whole arena to kite. So that's the first thing. Then there will be some bombs spawning that you can just press F on and you will destroy them. That's also really important because those bombs will destroy the platform. So if you are, it doesn't matter which type of role you have, DPS, healer, if you see a bomb spawning near you, you should just press F and kick them or just destroy the bomb. And that's enough. There will be, yeah, there are a lot of bombs. So I try to not use bomb all the time, but I think it's it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And now we get to the third one. That is also quite important because everyone will get this. So it's a time effect. So you get a red circle around you. It's not always clear if you are the one, but if you move, you will notice that if you move and it moves with you, you should move out of the group, because this red circle is actually happening rather fast and will damage everyone that gets hit by this AoE attack. So you should move out of the group, and most importantly, you should also not move to your allies that are going to the platform, that are going for kiting. So always move away from everyone else with this bomb. In the early phases, it's not that frequent, but in the later phases, it will happen twice at the same time as well. So it's really important that you move out. And if you notice that someone else has it and is not moving out, either dodge it, or like Guld says, if you are support, you can also give H's so that you can deny all the damage if the person is just not reacting in time. So this fight is really hard carried by the group or by the people that are playing support or doing the roles with the cannons and stuff. Because if you fail stuff like that, it's recoverable, but it makes the fight way harder. Another thing that is important is Zabetta does a flamethrower attack, where she does a flamethrower that will start in the direction of one person, but if we all stand at one spot, it will always be in this direction that we are going for. So if we stack in direction of the arrow, we will get all targeted by this attack, and she will start in direction of the arrow, and she will do an attack that is completely covering the whole center to the arrow. So it's a line of flame, like a flame wall, and she will rotate it 360 degrees around the arena. And it's a one-shot. You can't deny it. It's completely a one-shot. It will always kill you, even if you're invulnerable. So the only thing that is working is either teleporting above it, or behind it, or just walking around the center, because there you have the least way to cover to avoid it. If you are going for a cannon, if you're coming back from a cannon, be aware of this attack. Either stay up on the cannon while you see that it's happening so that you don't get hit by it. You can also delay the glide down by just pressing the S key so that you glide very slowly. Because as soon as you hit the platform and this flamethrower will hit you, you die. So you should be off the platform to make sure that you don't get hit. Yeah, this fight is, like I said, the hardest fight for sure. We can just try it and try as long as we can, but I don't want to make the whole evening just this fight, because it's actually quite just move out of the group so that the fire fields that they will throw on you will be away from the group and just out of danger, I would say. And then as soon as that happens, you can move back to the group. Is that clear? I hope it was not... Yeah, okay. And then Zabetta is also phases, which will happen every 25%. She will teleport away every 25% and send some goon that will do some damage to us. There are different ones depending on which phase we are currently in, but it's not really important. They deal all a little bit of damage. The only one that is important is the 50% one. He's called Knuckles, and he has a break bar. And the most important thing about this fight, in my opinion, is that you break the break bar. Because if you don't, we will die. So the break bar is really important that you kill it. And it's a really fast break bar, so you have to be really fast when the break bar happens. You should destroy it in a matter of seconds. Don't delay your CC just to keep DPS up. You will kill the group because of that. The reason for that is this guy will just throw us off the platform and we will instantly die. Yeah. And okay. Like I said, this fight will just get messy in the end, like Guardian, because there will be more mechanics, more overlaps, and we still have to keep track of all the cannons. We might skip cannons in the end just to DPS the boss, because at the end it might be just the DPS race. But there will be so many overlapping mechanics in the end that there are so many AoEs on the ground. It's really hard to keep track as a new player, so don't worry about that. We try to get some understanding of the boss. If we kill it, very nice, but we just try to understand how this fight works and especially understand how the mechanic works. So with the cannons, I mean. Because this is a mechanic that typically in packs no one wants to do. If you learn it here, how to do it, it's very easy. You can fill the role and you can carry the packs. If you have a static after some time, you can fill the role because it's actually not that hard. It's just, you have to just be aware of your position. So how does it work? The cannons spawn in a always the same pattern. And that means that you, as a dedicated player of one of the two that is for doing the cannons, should always go for the cannon that is coming up next. Yeah, because you know where it spawns. It will always spawn, like I said, at 0:0 time of the fight and at 30 seconds. So you can see it on the timer on the top right. And so one player that is dedicated to 1-3 cannon or 2-4 cannon will always have the same time. So it will always, so if you do 1-3 cannon, you will always have at 30 seconds, or you will always have at 0:0 seconds. So you just have to remember this time, and you should start moving a little bit before that so that you are on time when the cannon will spawn, and the person that gets the Zapper Bomb, which is not always you, most of the time actually you are not the one that gets the Zapper Bomb that can teleport you up. So you should always move fast enough so that the person sees you and you can get teleported. And like Gold points out in chat, the pattern is not repeating, but repeating after 8 times. We shouldn't get there, but it starts at south, west, northeast, so it will be just a clockwise rotation. But after that, it switches a bit. So it will go south, north, east, and then west. You voted wrong? Let me check. I think it... let's check. Yeah, so it's south, north, west, east. Exactly. Very good. Very good. It's clockwise and then it's a reverse 4. That's correct. That's how you do it. At least if you draw the 4 like that. I mean, you could do it in the other way as well, but yeah. That's the rotation. So you should, if you're a dedicated cannon player, you should know that you are, for example, did south, then the next one will be north for you. Yeah. In the first rotation. In the second rotation, it will be south and then it will be east. So this is what you have to keep in mind. Yeah, so who wants to do cannons? After 5 minutes of explaining cannons. Okay, we have Dwim, very nice. Yeah, I think it's important that you try it while you are in a training group. It's yeah, okay, so we have 2 people, very good. Yeah, Dwim, you go 1-3, that's okay. And then Astral, you will go 2-4. That's completely fine. Just remember where you have to move at what time. The only thing that is important that you know, if you're 2-4, you have first west, then east, then north, then east again. So you don't have to remember the whole rotation, just the stuff that you have to do. And the time that you should move. Like I said, be aware of the flamethrower, not only when you glide back from the cannon, but also when you start running there, because it might happen that the flamethrower will spawn when you are about to run there, and you might get killed because of that, but that also involves your allies pushing you fast enough to the platform. So I will try to call this stuff out, but it will happen. So you will do south, north, southwest. Yeah, that's correct. I would say let's just start the fight and see how it goes. Like I said, I don't expect that we kill it today, just because it's the hardest boss of this ring, but we can try, and so far it was actually quite okay how we did. So I hope everyone is somewhat ready and knows what they should do. First, we will go and stack in the direction of arrow, so that the first spawn of the flamethrower will be on arrow, so that the guy that has to go there will not get hit by it when it happens. This is important because we can control somewhat where the flamethrower will happen, and we don't want it to happen somewhere where the first person that has to go to the cannon will get hit by it. So this is the attack that you are kiting, that you just saw. Now we get the AoE that he should not move into. We stack on in arrow direction, please, here on me. There is no kite. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the kite attack. Very good. And we stack here. Careful, we have the bomb. Very nice. Good. Moving out. There will be soon the first cannon. So be ready for that one. And also the flamethrower will happen very soon. There it is. Now we move just to the left because it will move in this direction. Yeah, very good. Yet now we have the first cannon person that gets hopefully the zapper thing up. Yeah. So now we have the first death. We will go a little bit further in the fight just to see all the mechanics a little bit. But it's really important that the person that gets the special action key should use it on the person that is down there. Because if you don't, they will die. Which is obviously mean if you just kill them. So now we get the first phase where we just kill this bandit. It's not very special, doesn't have any crazy attacks. And X cannon is up, yeah. So we get a flamethrower as soon as she comes back, so be aware of that. There's a heavy bomb. No one killed it, it's fine. Be aware, someone has to do the next bomb. I will just do it, just to get a little bit more. Be sure that you move there if you have the special action. Okay, Guld has it. So if you get the special action key, did what Guld just did. Just throw it on the platform and teleport the player up. The player can glide down. Yes, very good. So the cannons are always firing in their respective area. Careful with the flamethrower. So we can squares next. Yeah, please try to head the. Okay, no one went. So if the most important thing is that the person with the zapper bomb. So there will only be one person that has the zapper bomb. So the special action key. This one should be always going to one of the directions, so that we get the teleport up. Otherwise, we just fail the mechanic. So now we did the CC, very good. Otherwise, we would have been thrown on the floor. And I think we can just try a little bit more, but our platform will just kill CC again. Very good. Careful with the flamethrower. And I think we will GG in a little bit just to make sure that everyone gets the mechanic correctly. But you hopefully seen most of the mechanics by now. And this fight is just a little bit messy, but if you get the cannons correctly and understand what you are supposed to do, most of the time you will get it in a while. Okay, I think that's a GG now. Are there any questions so far? No, it's fine if you do a mistake, that's not a problem. Just happens. It also can happen that you, as the person that wants to go up to the cannon, gets the special action key, and therefore you can teleport yourself up. But most of the time it's someone else, so you have to rely on their just movement and time. I don't actually know if you got all the special action key bombs. I did not notice. So there is actually a spawn pattern. I think it's the person that is most west that gets the bombs. I think something like this. But in the end, it does not really matter. You just have, if you get the bomb, you have to help your friend up. So everyone should know where the friend is, or at least look at the minimap. If someone is moving to a special location, try to move there as well if you get the special action key and teleport them up. Yeah. Exactly. So there is a little bit of trust that your ally helps you. Because we did it, we saw it once. If you go there in time and the ally doesn't get there in time, you might die to the flamethrower. That might happen, and that's not your fault then. So that's important. We couldn't change that. That's okay. Yeah, that's also be really aware if you're playing something that teleports you around, that you can teleport into the flamethrower, like a continuum shift, like maybe an attack that teleports you to the boss. So always be aware of that. And if you are unsure if you will get hit by this attack, try to not use it or use it after the flamethrower has happened. So always stack here on Mir so that we can get the flamethrower in the south direction. Try to move a little bit out with the kite so that we don't have to stand in the fire. Okay, flamethrower is up. And again, we had no one there to push our person up, so I guess we GG. Yeah. And do it again. What did you say, Guild? Yeah, it's the second time that they died first try, so I'm sorry. So whoever gets the mechanic, so the special action key, at this, after 30 seconds in the fight, should help our poor person here to go up to the platform. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't have to do the cannon exactly when it spawns. You can also do it a little bit after it. And you can also do it whenever there's a cannon up, but I would recommend to always do it when it's shortly after it spawned, so that you can keep a timer when it will happen the next time. So please, if you see you have a special action key, go to your ally that wants to get teleported up and use it. Not every special action key has an ally to teleport up, so you will get it more regularly, but always check if an ally is there that needs help. Yeah, the first one, at least in our marker setup, will always be the green area. So try to stack again a bit so that there's no tanking mechanic except for the kiting here. So we should just stick together so that we get all the boons and hopefully all the heals. Careful, move out with this. Yeah, it's fine if we get enough heal. Careful, cannon is coming up, so very good. This time it spawned a different way. Be sure to get the Zapper bomb so that our person gets the careful move. That's a kill. Okay. I guess we GG again because I want everyone to understand this mechanic. So if you get the Zapper bomb, so the special action key, always try to do the move out of the flamethrower first and then use it. So if you die for it, in the first 30 seconds, I would say it's not worth it. So please be aware of the flamethrower, and if you know that you will not get hit by it until you get the cast through, then you can use it. Like I said, if you get the special action key, move to your ally until you're in range, push them up, and avoid the flamethrower. Yeah, it was sad to see. I noticed it, that you were standing perfectly the third time on the platform and then you both died. Which is always sad to see. But like I said, this fight is designed in a way that there will often be mechanics overlapping. So it's just made to be a little bit difficult. Careful with the kiting a little bit, it's quite close. Cannon coming up in 5 seconds. Beware of the flamethrower, will happen soon as well. Okay, now you will probably die for that. Yeah. The positioning is, we have exactly the DPS that will happen all the time, that we get the flame roll when the cannon will happen. We can continue a bit and try to understand the cannon mechanic a bit more, but I guess I will do it for now. Or Guld does it? No. Okay. Yeah, I guess we do another. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is circle, so circle is here, and okay, let's do another GG, just that everyone gets the mechanic, how it works, because it's really important that you understand how the cannon works. I would say in the last 25% you can skip cannons, but before that you should always try to get all the cannons. Yeah, you could use Blink, that's true, if you feel more comfortable, and teleport over the flame wall, that works. Just be aware that it spawns a little bit delayed, so when it spawns there will be, I think, a short second or so where exactly where it spawns you will not die, but as soon as the flame appears you will die. So I think that maybe 3 to 4 seconds you can have the special action key, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's very important that you move in time, but not way too soon, because that will also either kill you or just pressure you too much. Yeah, Dwim did it correctly most of the time, I would say, but the flame wall was killing either him or the person that wants to throw the thing up. So, yeah. Just be aware when you get the... You can, like I said, if you always die to the flame wall, you can also just delay going up by 5 seconds or something, and you should be fine. Careful with the bomb. Very good. Stack a little bit in the direction of the circle, but just not too much. So cannon, first one coming up in a few seconds. Just be aware the flame wall will happen, so yeah, this time it spawned differently. Someone will get the bomb. Who will this? Ah, nice, you blinked, very good. But next time please just use the special action key, because now we have a weird thing going on that the special action was wasted, so to say. We will now just skip the first cannon, we go for the next one, which will happen in a few seconds, so please go to circle. Okay, no one is there. Yeah, okay, that was not in time, I guess. Yeah, you were standing on the platform, but too late for the special action key that Heavenfire got. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think it... Yeah, I think it was just a little bit too late. Yeah, okay. This one worked very good. We don't have the second... Ooh. That's always... Be aware of the position of your allies, because you might kill them with the bomb. Okay, so careful, flamethrower will happen. I think we won't get the rest, careful. Yeah. Not enough. Yeah. We can try a little bit longer just to make sure that we get the special action mechanic. At this point it does not really matter, there are so many cannons up, you can throw anyone. Okay, that's the mechanic I was saying, where we get all thrown up in the air. This can be really deadly. Good, very nice. CC. Good. The cannon AoEs that are spawning on the ground, it's not like you have to dodge them. They deal damage, yes, but it's not too much. You should be able to survive if your healer is somewhat there. Careful, CC. Nice. Okay, Gold will do it alone. Just be aware we lost 3 people already, so there might be less boon, less healings. I'm doing a cannon, so just be aware there might... Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's what I meant. So the cannons are quite important that you do them in the beginning, because they will just destroy the platform after a while. Yeah, you got 2 cannons, that's very good. Good job on that. Now you understand how you should do it, and if you can't trust your teammates, if you just feel more safe with Blink, that's definitely the way to go then. But it's really important that everyone gets how the special action key works. Okay. Yeah, I think the cannon itself is not that hard. It's just knowing when to be at which point, and also that the allies also help you there. That they give you the teleport up. Because if they don't, you just either die or just waste your time going there. So it's really important that your allies also are aware of the mechanic. Okay, we stack again. So cannon will happen in 10 seconds. Don't worry though, we can also delay it a bit just to make sure that we don't get flamethrowed. Okay, this time it spawned different, so we could get the green thing. Maybe I can get it. Nope, someone else got it. Yeah, very good. No one died, but I think no one got to the cannon either. So we just have to skip. Yeah, that's true. So next one will be circle, so we can just skip the first cannon and go to circle. Okay. Whoever is circle, so 2-4, cannon should move to circle at 8. Okay. Yeah, you're there, perfect. Sorry, didn't want to confuse you guys. And good job on this one. Careful flame wall, so stay up for a bit until the flame wall is gone. And now you can come back. Yes. Yes, that's true. So the first flamethrower attack will always somewhat line up with the throwing of the bomb. But after that, it will take some time to line up again. So it will... Yeah, not very good. Yeah, if you can throw it to me, you can. Okay, never mind. Ooh, that's gonna be. No one is dead yet, so maybe. Okay, careful with the flame one. Good. I mean, there's someone up there, so it's fine. Careful with the CC. This guy is the CC guy, so there will. So far so good. Don't want to jinx it, but just concentrate. There are no more mechanics in this fight. Oof. Please don't kill each other. Careful with the flame ball. Okay, you can. So we get the last mob. Careful with the bomb. Yeah, you can come back to the group, Astra. Yeah, so the backup one should always be done by people that are not assigned to any cannons. It's fine. Careful with the flamethrower. If no one dies here, we can also skip the last cannon. Or the next cannons, actually. It's only... Okay, never mind, a lot of people die. Oh, I didn't make it in time. Okay, try to rest people that are down, just to make sure. Careful with the bomb, move out, move out. All right. And... I don't know, I think we should not go for cannons anymore. Be careful with the flame ball. Yeah, the healers have to really do a good job here. So we could get the kill here, but just really concentrate. Move out with the bombs, it's really important. Doesn't look good. Yeah, okay, we tried our best. I'm not sure if we can get that. Lost our damage. Okay, that's a GG. But we did a good job there. I think we can do one more try and then I have to call it because my voice is getting sore. Very good job. Very good job. Really? Yeah, okay. Let's do one more try. Okay. No, it's fine. Please, please, if anyone has any comments, let me know. But now let's do one more try. Okay. We lose the raid? No, we just do one more raid, Sabetta try, and then I think we will stop for today. Okay. Concentrate, guys, you understand? Sorry, I have to do the shoutouts before we can talk here. Try to be aware of the flamethrower that will come up soon, so that we don't kill our person that is going for the cannon. Yeah, the first one will be... Yeah, stack here, so that we get the flamethrower into storage. Okay, please don't die. And try to throw Grim up in time. Ah, you made it. Very good. Good shot. Was really close, so please, if you move really close to Sabetta, the distance you have to walk to avoid the flamethrower is way less. Next cannon will be on circle. Now. So Astral, you should move there and get the... Yes, very good. Good job. Yeah, DPS is actually not a problem, you're right. It looks quite good. Careful with the flamethrower. I have to be honest, I don't really concentrate on my DPS at all. I'm just trying to call out mechanics. Yeah, this is the thing that is important. I mean, it's not that hard, it's just a lot... No, not really. So Astral, that's why you have to be a little bit aware of where the flamethrower will happen. Just that you don't get hit when you glide down. It's fine. I will back up the cannon, but always try to be aware when the flamethrower is happening. Look down before you glide down, so that you don't jump in there. Okay, that's good then. So next cannon will be east, so square. So if you get the thingy, please throw Guld up. Please, please, please. No, wrong direction. So square is east, but it's fine, we can skip it and go. Yes, that's true. Yeah, we can talk about it later, but we have to concentrate here on the raid, otherwise we will fail to make it. It's fine. So Drim was there on time again. Just be aware that whenever he's there, please teleport him up. It's really important. So next will be on circle. Gold will back it up, I hope. And yeah, very good. Be careful, I think the flamethrower might happen when you go back down. Sorry, wrong call out. Okay. So we get another phase. You can throw yourself up, yeah, very good. Was just not sure if you were the person that is dedicated to going up there, so I went there as well. Yeah, good job so far. This is the backup cannon. I think I maybe... Oh, never mind. Okay. That's why it's important to do the early cannons, just that you have more time later and might skip the cannons there. Yeah, I think we did a good job. Next time we do it, we will probably kill her. But I have to stop now. I hope you enjoyed the training. Thanks all for helping out, for joining. And yeah, I think it was quite nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Also learned a lot. I tried my best. I'm not the best at shout calling, but yeah, sure, no problem. And thanks a lot, Guld, for helping out. Yeah, sure. And yeah, that's also the end of the stream for today. Thanks all for being there. And yeah, thanks a lot. And for all the follows, for the subs. And yeah, check out my YouTube channel, have some nice guides up. And there will be also more raid trainings, like I said, more good sessions, also different raid wings. And yeah, just see you around. Have a nice evening.